Namaste people, welcome to this collective reading. So here I can pick onto the energy of someone who is going through emotions and fear of being late in doing what they love. And I can see that it is also someone who's very talented. So whosoever I'm channeling is a very skilled person and also very responsible since childhood. Even as a child, this person always looked after everyone, took care of everyone. The adults above this child as well as the young ones below this person. And whosoever it is, you seldom complained, and even as a child, you never asked for anything. Is a strong giver energy that I can pick on to. So what has happened is that because you were always taking care of other people or always trying to help other people, I also sense strong narcissistic energy around you, narcissistic mother energy around you, due to which you were always taught to prioritize other people. You were always taught to prioritize them and please them and take care of them, which made you keep your own self in the back burner. However, something happened in your life, and that is ascension, Kundalini rising. So when your Kundalini started to rise, obviously you started to change. And of course, this was marked by a tower moment. And this tower moment could have been a relationship with a narcissistic person who kind of awakened you to the fact that you need to heal something. First, it could be that you wanted to heal that other person, and no matter what you did, the other person would never get healed. In fact, it would just get worse. Now this made you wonder what could be the reason behind all of this. So you started doing research work, maybe you watched content, maybe you read books, maybe you just spent time meditating, going from one retreat to another, looking for answers basically. And when you look for answers, you realize that this narcissistic pattern is actually within you. It's in your DNA. It's coming from one generation to another. So no matter who you are dating, you're only attracting narcissistic people. It could also be possible that you have tried law of attraction, or you tried some other things that people were talking about on the internet, like affirmations and this and that, and you thought that this is the right way to do inner work. So many tricks or techniques have been given these days to attract the right person or bring your specific person back or bring your twin flame back, blah blah blah. But maybe this narcissistic person also came back to you and went again and came back to you and went again. Maybe there were multiple cycles of it, or maybe there was just one or two cycles of it. But whatever happened, this tower moment, this sudden and unavoidable situation, this unexpected change put you into renewal and creation. From someone who was totally clueless about why you were going through this, you became a pragmatic person, someone who wanted to find solutions. It was not easy. Maybe Dark Night of the Souls also took place. So you have this experience. You have the experience of runner-chaser dynamic. Maybe you have experience of Dark Night of the Soul. You also have the experience of long-term separation. But you feel that there's something inside of you that needs to change. And one more situation or one more feeling that started troubling you is that when you started healing maybe your family members, when you started healing your sibling bonds or your familial bonds, you wanted to forgive your narcissistic mother because you realized that there's no other way other than forgiveness. You feel a lot of pain, but this is leading to a new emotion or a newfound discovery that there were a lot of things that you could have done, a lot of things that you loved even as a child, even while growing up, but you did not do it because you had to take care of other people. And now that you've wanted to do all those things, people are telling you, or you yourself are feeling, that maybe you're late, maybe it's not the time yet, maybe it's not the age. You may not be that old also, but it's just a mental thing, like how people instill into the minds of people that you should get married at this age, you should have babies at this age, or you should have a job at this age, or you should be owning a house by this time, or whatever, this much amount of money in your bank account should be there. So everything as per this channeling session, so when I picked out the energy and I looked for some guidance also, I was told that everything is actually happening in the right way because Wheel of Fortune was shown to me right after the question. So universe, source is with you, God is with you, and God is helping you to reach your goals. And I think all of this is happening so that you fully surrender and you have faith, and you have to practice gratitude every single day. Basically, all of these situations are also kind of making you the greatest version of yourself, because once time will pass by, or even now, you can think of some professions or some businesses that maybe before awakening you would have done. Before your Kundalini rising, you could have taken those jobs, you could have married those people, you could have done a lot of things in the limbo state, in the 3D world. But now that your Kundalini has risen and you're working on yourself, you're doing inner work, even if someone pays you a lot of money, you're not going to do it. Even if someone says you're going to become a successful person if you marry that man, or if you do that job, I'll give you this or I'll give you that, you'll be like, no, I don't think it's morally correct, or I don't think it's humanly correct for me to do this. You are a completely different person. You're a completely changed person right now. There is a lot of personal transformation that's going on, but there is still a bit of fear, a fear of change, because you're thinking that what's going to happen to me? Whatever is happening right now is a bit uncomfortable. But the guidance says that look at all the times when you were pushed into a new place, a new space, a new job, new something, and it turned out good for you. I mean, when you were leaving, when you were going out from your old situation, you were not happy, you were feeling bad, you were feeling betrayed. But when you went into a new setup, you learned so much. You learned so much about yourself. You learned so much about your own independence. Just the way that thing worked out pretty fine, or at least it gave you insight, it gave you some knowledge. You have a lot more clarity now. You're not actually getting blindsided by some information that doesn't even make sense. You have your own practical experience, and you have also learned forgiveness. You could be still in the process of understanding it or applying it fully, because as I always say, ascension is a lifestyle. There are things that we keep learning all the time. Till the end of our lives we are learning. But the idea is that we should actually be ready that when we leave this planet, we should be remembering God's name. We should not think about materialistic thing, because we think about any materialistic thing towards the end of our life, towards our last moment. At our last moment, we will be fallen back into the same trap, into the same cycle. So this whole journey is actually trying to detach you from everybody, everything, and still be in a state of joy, wonder, and curiosity. Curiosity is something that makes us very positive. If we are curious about the next day, say you're in a problem and you're curious as to how will it get solved, because time will keep going on, right? Today will end, tomorrow will come, right? But if you're curious about this, how this today will end and how tomorrow will come and what's going to happen, not in a way that we are sad or anxious or depressed, but we are curious, we want to know, then it will have a big shift in our energy. And that is the shift universe is trying to teach you, so that you can always cross over easily, even from this problem that you're facing right now, where you feel a little bit of resentment also, although you feel that okay, you did take care of other people. But what upsets you or what makes you sad is that those other people don't acknowledge it, and those other people never thank you for it, they never appreciate you for it, but they always make you feel like you didn't do enough. You could have done more, you could have done better, or what you're doing right now is just a waste of time. Although what you're doing right now, if it's inner work, if it's ascension, then this is clearly the best use of your time. Everything else is a waste of time actually. So you are not late. That's the message. You're not late. You're on time. Because if you have not yet surrendered to source right now for this situation, whichever situation you're in, that situation is separate. Whichever situation you're in is separate. But there is an undercurrent message that I should have done it before, or somebody else is doing it and you feel like I didn't do it. Look at that other person doing it. Sometimes you feel a bit jealous also. You feel like I wish I could have done it. because you got the talent, you got the skill. The only thing you didn't have is support. Nobody supported you, nobody stood by you, nobody said, hey, you can do it, come on, you're really good at it. But they never walked up to you, they never told you that you're so amazing at this. Maybe you are very good at singing, maybe you're very good at dancing, maybe you're very good at painting, and you are also doing everything under sattvic guidance or sattvic lifestyle, which means, and I'll give an example, an interesting example, like you can do any business. You can sell clothes, you can sell food, you can sell your art, you can sell your skills in the market to make money, you can do a lot of things. But if you do it for demonic reasons, which is for ego, then it becomes something dark. The same things if you do with a pure hearted approach, or you want to do in a pure way. For example, one of my relative wanted to start a food counter, like a food van sort of thing, and I really wanted to support this person. This is an example, okay? But this person wanted to sell non-vegetarian food, and I'm a vegetarian, I'm a pure vegetarian. But they were also going, that person was also going through bad health. So I wanted to motivate this person, and I said, come on, you'll get better soon, and then you can start your food cart or food van, whatever it is. It was a good idea, it was a brilliant idea. But in my heart, I was feeling this is not a good thing to sell meat, because I have quit meat eating or even eggs or anything of that nature. Same thing goes for food, bad food, junk food. It's okay to have street food. I'm okay with street food because unlike other people, I feel street food is still being cooked in front of you, and some of the street food vendors are really clean, the places are very hygienic, and it's been boiled or fried or whatever they're doing. I'm talking about the processed food. When I say junk, I mean processed, that like the wafers or the chips. Those are the things I don't eat. So if I don't eat it, but I sell it to other people, then that would be a demonic act. That would be a devilish act. Because you yourself not taking it, you're not consuming it because you know it's bad for health. But for money or for whatever business sake, you're selling it to thousands or millions of people. A lot of celebrities do that. They themselves don't eat sugar. They themselves don't wear certain type of clothes. They themselves don't eat certain things. They have a very healthy routine, but they will promote partying or drinking or smoking or eating junk food or whatever, anything that's unhealthy, but they'll sell it to other people, and they'll sell it to millions of people. They'll sell substance to people. They'll sell alcohol brands. They'll probably sell food items that are really unhealthy for kids. Call it health drink or this drink or that drink. I'm sharing this example because whosoever's energy I channel, this person is quite awakened to these ideas also. Like they now feel that a lot of things that they were doing in the limbo state 5 years back, 4 years back, they will never do it now because they know the reality, they know the truth. It could be possible that your family members or other people around you, they know that you got some skills that can make you a lot of money, that can make you very rich, but you don't want to do it. Or they feel that you should just settle down, but you don't want to do it. Or they feel that you should not spend time doing something that raises your frequency or your vibration. Maybe you talked about it to them somehow, or maybe you tried to explain it to them what your purpose of life was, so they listened to you very carefully because they wanted to find loopholes in you. Now you feel that whatever you love doing, you're not able to do it because of them. Because when it was right time for you to do it, when you were younger, I think you are already young personally if I look at your energy, but you are being given this notion that you could have done it at 20, you could have done it at maybe some education thing, maybe some job thing, but you can't do it at 30, you can't do it at 40, you can't do it at 50 or 60 or whatever. So these thoughts are making you feel, are these people right? Am I actually late? Now this situation could have also happened, the feelings that you're going through is because you could be trying to maintain balance between two things. Or you could be a multi-passion person, which means that you like multiple things. You don't do just one thing, like agriculture or maybe making websites. You could be really good at dancing, but at the same time you could be good at singing. So normally when we meet people, we see one or two talent in them. You could be having multiple talents. And this could also have been a reason why your people never understood your talent, your energy. Because talent is one thing, talent doesn't make good people. There are so many talented people on this planet right now who are selling their soul to the devil. Why? Because they don't have that moral compass. You have that moral compass. That's why a lot of things that you did not do in your life at a certain age or when you got the opportunity, you now feel that it was the correct decision. But there are other people who make you feel that you could have done otherwise and your life would have improved so much. The quality of your life would have been so much better. You could have amassed so many luxuries or some kind of social status or some kind of fame, some kind of popularity or designation, some position, blah blah blah. So you are basically trying to figure out how to do these multiple things, and again, because you did not get supported for it, you don't have the programming. Programming is with everything, so you have to build your own programming. You have to tell yourself, either with repetition or with awareness, you have to tell yourself that it's okay to have multiple talents, it's okay to have multiple skills, and it's okay, I can start anytime, I can do this anytime, I am confident, I am getting support from source, I am getting support from God, because I did not do anything wrong. So God is always going to support me. So you think all those things, and when I say wrong, I'm talking about normal things. I mean, everyone does something wrong at some stage in their life. We all make mistakes. So I'm talking about the core things. Your core ideas and beliefs are absolutely godly, and you're walking on the path of God, and God always accepts us. God always forgives us, especially those people who want to redeem themselves, especially those people who are sorry. So you have been that person who is doing inner work. Those who do inner work are people who are okay to look at their flaws. They're not scared of their flaws. They want to work on their flaws. So that makes you someone who's already surrendered to source. You're not saying I'm perfect and there's nothing wrong with me like a narcissist would do. So what I'm being shown is that you have the power to release yourself, and you also have the power to do what you love. It's just every day practice gratitude for the good things you have in life, and have faith in source, and of course curiosity. The hangman here from the major arcana is showing me that if you're feeling stuck or trapped in a situation, you're not feeling satisfied, you're feeling like there are delays or there is some indecisiveness, then surrendering is the best way to do, because as soon as you surrender, you can step outside of this energy of this zone, and you can look at the situation from a different angle. And this channeling session, this collective reading, is definitely meant for those people who are going through this dilemma, so that they can learn, or they can just get a message. It's synchronicity. This is actually synchronicity for you, especially if you're going through this situation since a long time, or maybe it is an intense situation for you, even if it's not happening for like a long time. But ever since you got into this feeling, you can feel this dark energy pulling you into it, engulfing you into it, and then making you feel anxious or making you feel too sad, which you don't want to do, because you're that much wise. You understand that this is just your mind playing a trick on you. Your mind is just trying to tell you that you can't do this or you can't do that, because look, all the others are telling you so. Your mind is trying to give you confirmation bias for the negative thoughts. What you really need is to tell the mind to shut up and look for the correct type of confirmation bias, look for the right information, and this particular collective reading can act as your message, as the sign you're looking for. So go ahead and live your dream, do what you love. You got everything. You are absolutely amazing. You are a beautiful creation of source, a unique individual, a unique entity. Everything is fine with you. God has made you with a lot of love, and you deserve to achieve all the success that's written for you, because it's already pre-written. It's definitely going to happen. And the reason why it's going to be given to you, because you are a giver yourself. If you get anything from source, you've reached a point in your life that you're definitely going to distribute it to the ones who need it the most. You're not the type of person who likes to hold on or to keep too many things with yourself even when you don't need it. So this could be also your sign telling you that you have passed certain tests and you've passed it with flying colors. So just go ahead and do what you love. For personal sessions and therapies, check out the description box. All the details are given over there. If you want to get my book In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate, the link is also given in the description box. Please get the book only from Amazon Kindle because that's where you get the latest edited version. I will see you in the next video. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.